We went to the clearance section in the Lowe's Gardening Center yesterday, and I did buy myself some plants because they were 50% off, and so it's stuff, it's going to come back. Everything I got is a perennial, I believe. So, just stuff I couldn't have afforded to do. So it was exciting to see that I could get stuff for 50% off. Definitely the time to be buying plants is now, if you can find places that are still open, and there's a lot of good sales to be had. This is a knockout rose. It's pink. There was a rose on it. Probably the deer came through. Oh my goodness, the deer came through and ate them. Oh dear. So I'm gonna have to do something. Oh dear, get it? I'll have to do something about that when I plant it. See how this part is dead, but this is alive and it's coming from the same spot. But a lot of this I feel like I could clean off, fertilize, and what was this? This one. So you gotta, be a little brave to think you can bring it back to life. Our Arizona, what does it say? Arizona Red Shades Blanket Flower. So I got this, make sure they have the red mark coming through them if you go to Lowe's, because that's how you get the percentage off. And then this is a bush, and it is creme brulee potentia. I don't know if that's what it's called, but full sun exposure, deer resistant. So this was everything. This was deer resistant. This is deer resistant. Obviously not the roses. And then this is, what is it? The hibiscus, pink hibiscus, and it said full sun. Either way, I might keep this one in a pot. I need to look. This is the only one I didn't look up. Then I got this gorgeous aloe plant, which will come inside. So I got it for $6. So I think you're supposed to keep it out. I don't know, but it's coming in. Yeah, so these two, these two, let me show you where I'm going to put them. So there's where you see, the garden I've been working on. So I thought it'd be good to have the roses and the white bush here, because this is a full sun spot too. This is the white one. We'll put that here. You know what maybe I'll do is I'll put the roses here. I'm trying to take over this side area of the house. That is always a mess, and I need to weed whack here, and I think I'll put that coneflower one here. So this will go right there. Yeah, I like it. What do you think? But boy, is this long. It all needs to be dealt with. Need to mulch it, so yeah. Stay tuned. This shows you where I put the pine and how much I have for weeds. And this shows you where I didn't put the, the pine along the house. Look at all that. So the pine is definitely effective. While I'm doing this weed whacking here and getting the lawn cleaned up, I thought we could have a little chat over the fence. So I've been sharing with you, ways I'm doing my to-do list, where I'm doing a to-joy list. And also, when I feel like I've done nothing in a day, I do my to-do list where I write down everything I got done. I wanted to talk to you about some other things I have been thinking of. And I was watching a video, I can't remember the name of the channel, but I could perhaps share it with you another time. But she's an older woman, like 78 years old, talking about the lessons that she's learned over her life. And the video I watched was talking about how she no longer cares what people think of her. And I definitely think that, excuse me, need to clear my throat. In my 50s, that becomes where that transition happens. At least that's where it's happening for me. I think if you're not as much a people pleaser as I have been, that can happen for you much younger. But it is a constant journey. And I definitely think it's something that has been exacerbated by doing YouTube and editing myself and staring literally at myself in order to edit and review what I have edited. And also, being on my own health journey has also affected all of that too. I wanted to talk to you about body image and how that is currently where my focus has been. So, as you know, or many of you know, if you've been here a while, I injured my knee and I have no ACL anymore. I did not have surgery. I ended up losing weight. I went to physical therapy. I lost a little over 100 pounds, and I have been battling to stay down there. I'm still, within, 80 pounds of that loss, still lost. But as I have gained a little bit of weight back, I've just come to realize, first of all, that's going to be a consistent journey. And I think the fact that I was coaching the program I was on made that harder. But I've come to realize I'm more useful to people when I'm honest. And so for those clients that I have, I'm honest and we're in the struggle together. And I definitely think that has value. So dropping the mask in that area and just saying, hey, look, I'm struggling too. This is what I'm doing this week about the struggle. This is what I'm trying. What are you trying? And we're kind of doing that together has helped me. I've also just come to realize as I, am friends with other people who will tell me that they've gained some weight, is that I don't change how I feel about them based on whether or not they gained weight. I want them to be happy. I want them to be healthy. I'm rooting for them. I'm in their corner. That's where it stops. But I'm not judging them, certainly, because they have gained weight or lost weight. By the way, my husband's putting in our new plants. And so I've really been just almost meditating on the fact that it doesn't change how anyone feels about me if they really genuinely care about me. There could be some trolls out there, but they've never been my friends. They don't genuinely care. They're not here for the right reasons. I don't have to think about or listen to what they say. And so I'm really, really working hard on just accepting myself, realizing the person with the issue with how I might look is me. It's nobody else. And if it was someone else, I would know they didn't truly care about me. So I'm letting so much of that go. And I actually think it's really a key to my health journey and moving into the next phase of keeping the weight off, working on what I have gained, and gaining more like wisdom and awareness of love. And you guys are just the best because you are so encouraging. I've so appreciated all the encouragement in the comments section. And I have noticed like women who are older than me who are covering up their arms. So that's something I'm working on now because even at my lowest weight, I have loose skin and especially at my age, I'm 59 years old. And so there's loose skin on my arms. And I just bought another sundress. I'm really loving wearing sundresses and how they make me feel. And normally I would put something over my arms. I'm not going to do that anymore. And I'm really going to share this part of the journey. It's not about, oh, look what I ate for the day to lose pounds. There's so many programs out there where you lose pounds. There's medically assisted weight loss, and there's so many Noom and Optivia. There's so many places you can go to help you to lose the weight. But what I would like us to work on together is with the mindset part and the feeling good about ourselves no matter where we are at in our health journey. So speaking of food, speaking of weight, my husband is about to share a hot pepper sauce recipe. So this is a crazy transition. So let me know how you feel about that conversation and where you are in your journey, and let's get to some hot pepper sauce.
All right, so we are going to make hot pepper sauce, and it's roasted hot pepper sauce. So all these things are going in the oven, but we just have regular green pepper, yellow pepper. These don't have any heat. This is a poblano pepper, mildly spicy, not really overly. 1 jalapeno, 2 pieces of garlic, or 2 cloves of garlic, I should say. These are regular sweet peppers from our garden. These are not spicy. And then 2 serranos from our garden. So these 3 items are from our garden. This we purchased. I'm also going to add some of the peppercini peppers at the same time. That will add a little bit more flavor to it. And then we're going to roast those in the oven.
The recipe calls for 1 tablespoon of olive oil and a half teaspoon of salt, but you know, you're just drizzling it over the top, so it's really not that big a deal if you have the correct measurement or not. And then lastly is a half cup of those pepperoncinis that were jarred. And so Robin's going to get those chopped up, and he's going to add that to the parchment paper, and it's going to go in the oven too, and that's 400 degrees for 20 minutes. Okay, over to the blender. You're going to add 1/2 cup of apple cider vinegar, 1/2 cup of water. Here's where we go rogue. So it calls for Dijon mustard, 1 teaspoon, which we don't have. So he's adding, and it said salt and pepper to taste. He's adding about 1 teaspoon of it's a combined salt, pepper, and garlic powder. So you could just add a little bit in there. And then he's putting all of his roasted peppers in there. And somewhere along the line, he's going to add 1 tablespoon of honey. I think it's after he pulses it right here, then he's going to add his honey. And he's also adding 1 tablespoon of lemon juice to that as well. He was going to use lime juice. It is not part of the recipe. The honey is, but not the lemon juice. So it's obviously optional. But we always love either lemon or lime juice in just about everything that we make that has any kind of Tex-Mex or Mexican or Central American flavoring. It's just something we love. And then you're going to pulse it until it's smooth. And you're done. It's going to make about 2 cups of the pepper sauce, and this is actually, he's preparing a gift for 2 of his coworkers, 2 of his buddies at work, and so we already had some in the refrigerator, and he was able to share this because our serrano peppers, oh my goodness, he had like 12 at once that were ripe and ready to come off, and we've got more out there right now. We just cannot keep up with it, and we only got 2 plants, thankfully. Even the jalapenos are coming in like gangbusters. Then he added a little bit of water here so that he could get, you know, the rest of the pepper sauce off the sides. You could also just use a spatula and scrape what you can, whatever works for you. So I hope you try it. Let me know in the comment section below. And tomorrow I'll show you the rest of that little garden that I finished. Super excited about that. Remember, as always, God loves you and I love you too. And I can't wait to see you next time.